Why is GTNH New Horizons so difficult? Many people believe that to complete GTNH, you need to pour thousands of hours into it. Today I will list several reasons why GTNH is so difficult. Number 10. Complexity. Some people like to go from normal tech mod packs straight to GTNH. But one of the things that stops them is complexity. Many setups in GTNH are 5 to 10 steps, while most technical mod packs have simpler setups. GTNH New Horizons does not speak the cursed language of redstone flux. It uses energy units from GTNH as its energy system, so some people may be confused by getting used to the energy system, but it's not really an issue. It takes just a few hours to learn GTNH CU. GTNH New Horizons has an extremely high resource cost. To get anywhere at the beginning, you need hundreds, if not thousands of copper, tin and iron to get the necessary materials for your first motors and machines. The ore veins are also quite difficult to get. There is one vein every 3 chunks, so you have to explore a lot, and every time you get to a deposit, you have to dig down. GTNH chooses ore veins randomly from a list of 25 different deposits, which is why it took me 2.5 hours to get diamonds. But this doesn't stop here. GTNH's resource requirements ramp up massively in the late game, where you have to, quite literally, wait for days to get the necessary requirements for the end goal, the Stargate. Getting anywhere in GTNH takes a lot of time. For example, many people break into low voltage, the beginning of the electrical era, in about 50 hours. What people don't realize is that 50 hours is a lot. If you have a real-life job, and you can only play for, say, an hour a day, that is nearly 2 months of gaming. But if you don't have a job, and you can play 10 hours a day, you can get to low voltage in less than a week. GTNH is also extremely long, so many people are put off by the fact that you can play for a year, every day, and still be in extreme voltage, with 8 years left. Some GTNH processes take inordinate amounts of time. Getting steel, for example, requires 6 minutes per ingot on a single blast furnace. Getting an electric blast furnace requires either finding a mica vein, which takes hours, or smelting some aluminosilicate wool, which takes 96 minutes. Pick your poison. Some processes just require waiting insane amounts of time for no reason. It's not like it's a realistic pack, and they're using the real-life steel-making process. They're just telling you to wait 6 minutes, and if you can't wait, skill issue. When you reach the ending stages of GTNH, the quest book practically does not exist anymore. Some parts are really bad documented, like the Tech add-on, which was coded by a 30-year-old drunk Russian guy on steroids. You need quantum computers and research stations to get to the end. Some of the mechanics, like the collider, matter assembler, elemental stabilizer, wormhole, and decay generator, are not even explained, and the GitHub wiki links to a dead end. Sisyphus, in Greek mythology, is a man that is forced to roll a boulder up a mountain for eternity. Many GTNH players are also like this. Every time someone gets to the top of the mountain, by beating GTNH, the developers make the Stargate harder. Most people that finish the mod pack then go on to become developers of GTNH. The GTNH developers like to add balancing updates to make the pack fairer. What they don't realize is that they are already at the end game, and don't remember how hard the early game was, because they haven't touched it in 6 years. Dream Master, the guy that started it all, only reached high voltage in 2023. Since they don't know how bad the early game is, they make it harder. In 2020, they added another 2 steps for aluminium, to get a higher yield, and who knows what they have done since then. GTNH New Horizons enemies are stupid. They use the Infernal Mobs mod, which makes everything much harder, by giving the mobs 3000 HP along with regeneration, speed, wither, mining fatigue, and everything. Getting near one of the enemies is pretty much a death sentence, and good luck recovering your items. There are also the hungry nodes from Thaumcraft, which are kind of invisible sometimes. Get close to one of them and you're dead. The best part is that it eats up all your items for no reason. The enemies look like a 12-year-old child made them, not a professional pack development team. This is my greatest issue with GTNH. Many people try and begin GTNH because it's a meme. They see videos like mine and think that they can do it. They cannot. GTNH kills your mind and your balls. Some people are just not prepared. Jump into GTNH, play for like 20 hours in 2 days, then get burned out and leave. The community of GTNH is truly one of the places of all time. Some of the members are really elitist. The only thing they do in life is GTNH. When you play something for 15 hours a day, this is what happens.
LMAO. Reagan is just an high-key ultra-giga loser.